Listen, speaking of that, can we get some like smooth jazz going?
Yeah, dude. Let's get that booze going.
Did someone say smooth jazz?
You know I love that jazz. Welcome to the Workaround Chef with your host, JBC. Right here, we're going to be starting to make some guacamole. We're just scoring the insides, make it easier to scoop out of the flesh. You know, little cubes. Make it a little bit easier for yourself. Make sure you take out those pits.
O samba da minha terra deixa a gente mole. Quando se canta todo mundo bole. Quando se canta todo mundo bole. O samba da minha terra deixa a gente mole. Quando se canta todo mundo bole.
You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Do it the way you want.
Quem não gosta de samba, bom sujeito.
It looks like we have 100 avocados, but it's really only 3.
Ruim da cabeça, ou doente do pé. Eu nasci com o samba, no samba me criei.
And for our ingredients today, we got 3 avocados, 2 tomatoes, 1 red onion, some Chipotle Gouda, some jalapenos, a lime, Monterey Jack, and your meat of choice. Alright, next step here, we're going to be grabbing some seasoning for our guac. I'm going to line it up here for you. We got some crushed red pepper, a little pure ground black pepper, some onion powder, some chili pea, and of course, salt. And then we're going to go ahead and chop up this onion. Just kidding, back to the guac. And you're gonna liberally put these seasonings on your guac, you know, however you want to flavor it. It's up to you. Personally, I like a little spicier guac, but dealer's choice. We're gonna be adding some more things to it later anyways, make it a little bit more chunkier. Oh, we also added some garlic powder. Forgot to add that. Whoops. And this is me just not knowing where I put my squasher. Found it. When it comes to squashing for your avocados, for your guacamole, I personally like a little chunkier. You know, don't completely mash it. You know, I don't like a really smooth guacamole. Because you could make guacamole in a food processor as well and make it completely smooth, but personal preference, the chunkier, the better. Scrape off the excess off your squasher, and now we're gonna chop this onion. To dice it, you're gonna score them on the sides like this, and then you're gonna make a, oh, never mind, I just decided to cut it. What a rookie mistake. And this is when I realized I goofed. But no worries, you can just cut the crap out of it like this. Chop, chop, and chop. You know? Simple mistakes, but simple ways to figure it out. Red onions are perfect additive to your guacamole because it's nice and sweet, so it'll go well with that spiciness that we're going to be making this guac. Next, we're going to chop up this tomato. Personally, I wouldn't use these tomatoes because they're a little juicier and they're a little bit harder to chop up, but screw it, it worked. And then I took the one juice of a lime, squeezed the crap out of it, get every little last drop out of it. Yeah, look at that juice drip. Adds a nice tang to it. You just suck it. And this is our meat choice right here. We used not the cat. That's Willow though. But we used vegetarian chorizo because of our veggie friend. Next, grabbing the grater because we're gonna grate some cheese. But there's a special surprise. 2 balls of butcher's twine. So for our first choice of cheese is a Chipotle smoked Gouda. And of course, we gotta cut up a little bit and try it out. A little confusion. But damn, was it tasty. Yeah, that's delicious. We also used Monterey Jack, but forgot to show that. Whoops. Anyways, to the cheese. First step was we heated up about a couple tablespoons of butter, melted that down, and put in some raw flour to make a roux. Add a little bit of milk. A little cheese spillage right there. But don't worry, cameraman Pete grabs a paper towel and I'm gonna clean it up. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking, but it worked. So we're gonna slowly whisk that, you know, so it doesn't burn, and then add the Monterey Jack afterwards, and this is the finished product. Queso. My sous chef John had to try it out. It's real good. So we're gonna put that in the back burner now and keep a little heat on it. Stir it a little bit every now and again, just so it doesn't burn. Now we're gonna dice up some jalapenos. I have a really messy workstation. That's my fault. You should probably use a spoon for that, but I wasn't really thinking, and I used a knife. A little dangerous, but got the job done. Yeah, the workaround chef. Come on. Now we're gonna dice them up, and we're gonna put in this little bowl because we're gonna dress the nachos later with it. It's the magic of video editing. So we put the first base layer of nachos down, a little couple ladles of queso. Get that bottom layer going. You know, wash your hands. I touched my face with all the jalapenos. I was dying. Chop up some cilantro for later. Now we're gonna add a couple of scoops of guac, a little bit of red onion. That's still the base layer right there. A little more tomato, doesn't hurt. And then add another layer of chips. And of course, more queso. Getting funky with it. And I forgot to add the chorizo, so we're gonna add it on the second layer right here. You know, spread it out, get it even with the chips. And then prepare to add more toppings. A little bit of jalapeno, a little bit of red onion, and some tomatoes, why not? Add a little pop of color. Add another layer of chips, and of course, definitely more queso. Add the additional top layers of the onion and tomato and a little bit of that jalapeno. And then we're going to pop this sucker in the oven at 350 degrees. And let it get all married together. And of course, we forgot to shoot afterwards, but we took it out, add a little bit more queso, and we sprinkled on a little cilantro. And then enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and smash that notification bell so you know every time the Workaround Chef posts another video. Catch you later.